Welcome to our last issue of this membership year. I cannot believe it. As always, this is the CUR President's Quarterly, where we get to interview our 2022 to 2023 CUR President and hear straight from the Executive Board what is happening in CUR behind the scenes and for our community. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Elizabeth Morris, Director of Brand Engagement for CUR, and I cannot believe it is May, that we only have one more full month ahead of us until the summer and the start of a new membership year. That is crazy to me. I know we're in full swing right now. April was a whirlwind. This is just nuts. So we're going to shake things up this President's Quarterly. We have so many things to talk about and events that are coming up. Let's break this down into a list of action items as well as some things that our community can look forward to. Ruth?
Well, I am going to give the dates and I'm going to make sure that I do the succession very correctly so everyone can have their calendar on target for June, starting June 7th. Now, set up your submission for the post-awards success. Manage it moving forward. This has to do with the dialogues session that we had earlier in the year. So virtual 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The deadline to register is June the 5th. So 2 dates you need to pay attention to. June the 5th, register. June the 7th, the event. Okay. Next, June 13th, CUR's award celebration. Virtually set for 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. That's Eastern Time. And we're asking everyone to come together to celebrate this past year's membership awardees from all the divisions and our most recent Aura Awards, the CUR Goldwater Scholars, and the Sylvia Ranco Innovative Mentor recipients. That's going to be a fun event. There's going to be music, trivia, and then toast to the achievements. Again, June 13, CUR's award celebration. Then workshops. And these are technically happening around the Connect UR. So here are the 2 events we'd ask you to pay attention to. Beginning a research program in experimental science discipline at a PUI, June 20th, virtually. The second, building equity-centered USCA programs, June 21, virtually. Now, remember, this is about workshops and they're taking place in tandem with Connect UR. So June 23rd to 22nd to 23rd virtually, and June 26th to 28th on site at Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, Connect UR. Now I could say that again and say it the other way around. Pay attention to Connect UR. June 22nd to 23rd virtually, and 26th to 28th online. Duquesne University, Pittsburgh, wonderful city, Pennsylvania. Now keep remembering our Connect UR is the annual community event, knowledge development across all disciplines and experience. And do use it as an opportunity to make connection in person and virtually. It's one of the best events for the year. So look forward to seeing you there.
I'm really excited. It's a beautiful city. I'm very happy to be going there. For those of you who are on the East Coast, I think it's easy to get to. It's only a drive for me, so I guess I'm a little biased. But that's a lot to happen in June. And every date that you said was in June, whether it was a deadline or an event, which is so crazy to me because June is the summer for me, but it's also after finals and after graduation for those faculty and for students. But June is a really popular month. And so, building up, that's a lot of educational and professional development happening there. But let's go over some things coming up in the fall. And But first, let's talk about that one event that we have in the middle of summer, which is in July.
Okay, so July, the Proposal Writing Institute. Now that's July 13 through 17, on site in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. This is a deep dive into proposal development and management strategies. So I highly recommend that if you really think about seeking funds for the future, and you can check out more on that event at CUR.org, CUR event.
Once the summer ends, we always want to be prepared for what fall will bring us. Let's discuss some of the upcoming deadlines that you can already start to prepare for now. And yes, now, as in the summer.
Well, this has to do with managing the future. So here we go. I'll give you looking ahead, mark your calendar, plan your year. This is 23-24. So starting, let's talk about the STARS program, our Scholars Transforming Through Research program. That is the 6-month advocacy program combining characteristics of Posters on the Hill and other more experiences around advocacy. The team submission portal for the STARS program is open until September 7, 2023. So planning ahead for the STARS program. Now, let me remind you about the STARS program and recognize that this is a program that evolves out of the Posters on the Hill and the opportunity to pay attention to our strategic goal, which is advocacy and partnership. And we have a number of stakeholders working along with us in terms of moving towards advocacy and partnerships and towards embracing policy research as part and parcel of our portfolio. So that's
You came to this past well, this past year was our first STAR program, and it started in October. And you came and saw the kickoff meeting where students from around, we had 72 teams with over 200 teammates. So that's faculty, faculty mentors and students who came and really listened in and kicked off that program. It has been a high success. Just in April, it just finished up with an online symposia that really focused in on what they've learned throughout these 6 months and their achievements. And I'm really looking forward to this next round, as it won't be our first go round. It will be second, and we've really switched up a few programs and the way that it works. So it will kick off virtually this time, and then actually we'll go in person in November and start already with immediately diving into speaking to those stakeholders and funding agencies.
Well, I did both of them. I monitored both of the sessions and totally enjoyed both of them. And had the opportunity to talk to students when they presented their work. One of the things that, in terms of my really recommending this, is it seems very different and new, but in a real sense, this is a clear example of the evolving work that CUR can do around programs, because Posters on the Hill existed for years. It was successful, it worked. But using that now with other characteristics that one can we have learned about to be able to transform that program into true advocacy and partnerships. I think it's probably a celebratory event in terms of what we can do if we focus in on other horizons. In other words, where do we see the future for the programs that we currently use? So if you can, pay attention to that and pay attention to the deadline for submission. The other one program, though, that I would recommend in terms of marking your calendar is for NCUR 24.
Yes, big time.
Yeah. And abstracts for that open in September of 2023. So pay attention to the timelines for that, because now this is a super event. You bring parts of the STAR program and NCUR to Long Beach, California. So it's not only plan for content, but plan for a new venue, plan for your traveling, plan also, if you can, to become a volunteer for either one of these two programs, the STAR program and for NCUR 2024. Volunteers support the programs and those who are involved 100% into making it happen and making it an event for students nationally and possibly internationally to be able to participate successfully. So um, those two events in terms of marking the calendar and saying, I can look forward and begin to plan my membership year 23-24.
We've already started talking about the fall. Our new membership starts July 1st, and membership renewal is in full swing. With that, we are bringing in newly elected board members as well as counselors. Yes, I wanted to just go over what everything is happening here and really see that, although I'm super upset, this is our last President's Quarterly with you, Ruth, that this year has gone by so quickly, and I think that we need to recognize these leaders.
Well, time doesn't wait for us. So I always think all events have a past, a present, and a future. So here we come to the end of this present year, and roll over is good. It's continuity. So more than anything else, it's just to be able to say thank you to everyone for this membership year, for what we have learned, what we have achieved. But I also want to welcome the following new board members, folks coming in. First of all, Maria Iaculo-Bird, she's coming in as president-elect. So here we are. Welcome, Maria. Welcome to this leadership position. In addition to board members and additional board members, Lords Eschagogen, Sean Fox, Eric Hall, who are coming in as representatives to the board, general representatives. Winnie Down, Lance Burton, and John Bartel, who are coming in onto the board as council representatives. Well, welcome you all. Board work is excellent work. It's hard work. It's rewarding work. I look forward to remaining on the board as immediate past president, so I'll get a chance to work with you. Now, also, I would miss working with our outgoing board members. Jean Mikulaychik, we'll miss you, Jean, immediate past president. So it's like, oh, but I think what I'd say, and I'll miss you, but I know that you have left tracks of continuity that we can really lean in on. You will be present then with what you have left behind for us to move forward. In addition, Donna Chavillon, Karen Resendez, and Bino Tawari, these are the general and council representatives who are coming on, leaving us, not coming on. But I think probably I made that error there because I'm thinking that leaving the board doesn't necessarily mean leaving CUR. So the continuing work that they can offer in leadership. So in addition, I look forward to passing the baton to Bethany Usher, who will be coming in as the president of CUR, year 23-24. Bethany, welcome to serving CUR and to taking the baton of continuity into the new year. I take my seat as immediate past president and look forward really to what the next year can bring. A new year, we could probably start a celebratory New Year event in terms of launching year 23-24.
It's going to definitely be a crazy year to come. We have lots of things in place, but also we wouldn't have had these things in place if it weren't for you, Ruth. So we are super, super, super thankful for everything you have done. You constantly gave, at least I can speak to myself, a smile on my face anytime I've spoken to you. Your stories are inspiring. They constantly remind us of why we are here and what we're doing for undergraduate research, and that, um, I laugh because the first time we did a President's Quarterly, you said to me that you were like, you know what? I'm fine. I can do this. You normally did radio and you've never been able to be on camera. And I said, just relax, have fun, and we got this. And I distinctly remember you saying, by the time that I get to our last one, I'll finally have gotten it. And what did you say as soon as we got on today? You said, I finally feel comfortable and this is my last one. So I think that really just, says it all. we we've done this. You have just been a shining star and a shining light for us. I'm so grateful for your leadership and where you have brought us. I know you're not leaving us because you're going to be our immediate past president. But and I say this to Jean too. I hope she's listening. She doesn't think she's leaving either, even though she's, can't technically um, be on the board, but anybody who was a president is always a president in CUR, and we are super thankful for all of that leadership. And yeah, you can't get rid of us. So sorry.
Thank you very much for that. I mean, what I would say about being the president is, or being in this executive leadership position is a very simple thing. It's about learning again. So for me, I leave having learned a lot more about CUR. It's like a perspective of the organization that you will not have until you do the work.
Mhm.
So for me, I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to do this. And more than anything else, that I have learned an exceeding amount for whatever I do next. I would be bringing the wisdom from this experience. So in a sense, while you thank me, the, the most that I can do is say thank you, not only for us getting over this being on camera thing, but but all the other new things that I had to move into. So to everyone, thank you for having the confidence to put me in this position. Thank you for providing this new learning experience. And thank you very much for sending me on my way to have additional learning experiences in undergraduate research, scholarship, and creative activity. I look forward to my next steps and to CUR's next steps.
I'm gonna get super emotional. That's just so great. I love it so much. Well, these quarterlies were originally inspired by Jean Mikolajczyk, and she is now saying goodbye as immediate past chair. Like I said, she may be saying goodbye, but she'll still be getting email from us. So you can't escape us, Jean. Sorry. And you too, Ruth, you can't escape. I know when to email you. I know what I'm gonna hear back. I love it so much. We got a whole thing going on.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to think that this is our second year doing these CUR quarterlies or CUR President's Quarterlies. They really have given us an insight into exactly what is happening in CUR throughout the community, a viewpoint from our current president, and they were introduced to inspire transparency and strong communication between the community. And I feel like we've really accomplished that goal. So I cannot wait to see where we take these
Mhm.
and to see Maria and Bethany hop into this role as they start their new leadership journey with us within CUR. So I think we have a lot to showcase this past year, and we look forward to these future events that we have going on. I hope everybody took a minute to take into consideration everything that's happening the rest of May, into June, into July, and starting into the fall for their new year. And like we said, it might be a new season for CUR with a new leadership roles, but we're still the same old community that you can rely on. And if you have any suggestions or topics for the future, starting back into the fall, please reach out to me at emorris@cur.org. And I look forward to seeing you and hearing everything that's happening back into the community when we relaunch this in the fall. Any last words as president?
Thank you. See you soon.